This is Dave Kirk with Visit Owensboro, and we are coming to you from the Brew Bridge here in Owensboro, Kentucky. We've got a couple of guests to talk about this very unique project that we have that's going on between two local businesses to support each other and, more importantly, to support some of the tornado relief efforts in Western Kentucky. First off, we have Mr. Jacob Call, who is the master distiller of Green River Distilling Company, and also essentially the operations guy. I mean, you're the do-it-all guy out there at Green River.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And then we have Will Gomez, who is the brewer here at Brew Bridge. Again, a great local brewery here in Owensboro. So first off, Jacob, I know Green River has been very intentional about being in Western Kentucky, helping out. Just kind of talk about kind of what you've seen, because I know you've been down there.
Yeah, so we've always considered ourselves the distillery hub of Western Kentucky. So we want to step into action and do what we can to help out all the tornado victims down in Western Kentucky. We've been out at Bremen and Dawson Springs on the ground helping. We've been taking deliveries pretty much every day to different places. But really just appreciate all the community, all the support. We made our distillery a drop-off location for supplies. So if we can make one little bit of difference out there delivering and helping out people, it's really what we want to do.
Well, and speaking of helping people out, I know you all have had this in the mix for a while to create a stout, which is obviously a type of beer, and I'll let you get into the details. You're the expert, and using Green River barrels to age that stout. And I know I recently had called David and you up to talk a little bit about what you all could do to help, and immediately you said yes. So just kind of talk about these bottles and how these are going to help some of those relief efforts.
Yeah, so back in March we got in contact with the guys at Green River. We wanted to do a collaboration, use their barrel to age our stout, our imperial stout. And we brewed it back in March, and we transferred it to the barrel in April, and it's been in the barrel till this past Monday. And when you got in contact with us, we wanted to immediately help with the tornado relief. So we bottled these this week, and 25% of all the proceeds for this bottle will go to Feeding America.
And there's a pretty limited quantity of these bottles.
Yes, very limited, yes.
And you can start getting those today. This is, of course, Thursday at the Brew Bridge. Starting, what, 3 o'clock or so? 3 p.m. Okay.
Yes.
So, again, a great partnership. And then you all are also doing some tap sales that will help out Feeding America.
10% of all the beers that we make here on tap and 4-packs will also go to that same foundation.
Okay. Well, a great partnership. Of course, we've got the beer in front of you, and we've got to have it taste. We've got to see what these Green River barrels have done. Of course, you all have some huge announcements coming up next year to talk about your brand. So I guess we'll just get right to it. We each kind of have a little glass here. Actually, a pretty healthy glass. Now, Will, kind of talk to me about what is in this.
So we started off with English pale malt, Maris Otter pale malt, and it's got some roasted barley, some chocolate malt. It also has a heavy dose of flaked oats, and it was fermented with a American ale yeast.
Okay. And stout is a heavier beer, some coffee notes, chocolate notes, like you said in there?
Coffee. Sometimes it presents a little bit of vanilla, and especially aging in the barrel, it does pick up on the bourbon and the oak, the vanilla qualities, some caramel.
Oh man. Now that is stout. I think it's in the name. That is a full beer right there.
Yes, it is. 11% alcohol.
And I guess it picks up some of those bourbon notes from the barrel.
Exactly. Yeah. When we first put it in the barrel, we would monitor it every so often, and the longer it stayed in the barrel, the more of the bourbon character picked up from the barrel.
Jacob, what do you think? This is in your barrels.
I think it's really good. It's got that wood note. I get the wood note and some vanilla and caramel. I think it's outstanding.
Fantastic. Talk a little bit about, Jacob, you all have a very exciting year. I don't want to give away too much, but 2022 is going to be very exciting for Green River.
Yeah, our Green River flagship brand will launch first quarter of 2022, so we're super excited about that. If you've been down to the distillery, you've seen some of our rebranding going on with all of our signage and whatnot on our tours. So really excited to get to share that with Owensboro and and the world next year.
Very good. And of course, these are your barrels. Talk a little bit about, you know, kind of what makes a bourbon barrel interesting, and specifically kind of about these barrels.
Sure. So this is a number 4 charred white oak barrel, which is a heavy char. We call it an alligator char. The char kind of is flaky, like an alligator's back. And really it just allows the spirit, whatever it may be, to go inside of the oak, in and out of the wood. The wood acts as a filter, and it'll pick up those sweet flavors from that oak as it ages.
Do you think it's done this beer justice?
I mean, I've had some of Caesar's beers. He does a really good job regardless, but I think the barrel definitely helped make this what it is.
Yeah, I think this is, you know, I'm a regular here at the Brew Bridge. I just love what you guys do. I think that, you know, having a local brewery here in Owensboro, it's so important. You know, it's a culture building piece. It's a community piece. And this, I think I will dub as my favorite beer that you've done. And I'm not just saying that. This is, I've had a lot of stouts. You know, it's stout season around the holidays. And this is a great way to do it. We'll look at this bottle just a little bit, because again, this is how you can support those tornado relief efforts. Talk a little bit about what's in this. I mean, you know, you've got the Green River label, so that's fantastic to see. The great partnership between two local businesses. But
it's a 500 milliliter bottle. The name actually came from one of our bartenders. Just, you know, based on the beer and how dark it is, and like, any suggestions? Sometimes if I can't come up with a name, I'll ask our staff, and he's like, Oblivion. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Perfect,
so,
let's do it. Yeah.
When I did work at Green River for a few months. You know, I was in the bottling department, so I learned a lot there, and the waxing was one thing that I was
going to say, that
very
cool
familiar
wax
with.
on there.
Yes,
sure. Again, these are $20 a piece, right? So again, 25% of every bottle sold here at the Brew Bridge will go towards those tornado relief efforts, as well as 10% on all on tap sales. Jacob, your thoughts on that? I mean, just kind of working together, two local businesses that are trying to help out our neighbors to the west.
Yeah, I mean, collaborations are always good. It's always great to be able to support and to help out the community in any way we can. I mean, the devastation is just undescribable. You know, what those people are going to be going through for a long time. So we're just happy to be able to help out in any way that we can.
And then I know the bourbon community also has kind of a unique way coming up to help as well.
We do, yeah. Actually, starting tonight, Fred Minnick is curating a bourbon event. It's a bourbon auction.
Yeah, and Fred Minnick is one of the biggest bourbon influencers in the world, for those that might not know who Fred is.
That's right. And we're going to be, there'll be an auction that starts tonight. Private barrel picks, special bottles. If you can check out that auction online tonight, there'll be some really, really unique things that people from around the world are going to be bidding on to help raise money for this cause.
All right. Well, Will, anything else about the beer? Or, again, it's very limited in quantity, so if you want a bottle of this, if you want to help support those efforts, you better get down here, again, starting around 3 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah, we will probably run out in the next 1 or 2 days for sure, but we do have it on tap as well.
Okay.
It's also limited on tap, but everything, we're just excited to help Western Kentucky and help the efforts due to the tornado.
Yep. Closing thoughts for you, Jacob, on all of this?
It's a great beer. I think everybody will really enjoy it, and what's better than having a great beer and helping out people at the same time?
Yeah. There is nothing better. So again, if you want to get your hands on one of these unique bottles, again, and support some of those relief efforts, you got to get down here to Brew Bridge, a fantastic collaboration between the Green River Distilling Company and, of course, the Owensboro Brew Bridge here. For Jacob Call with the Green River Distilling Company and Will Gomez with the Owensboro Brew Bridge, I'm Dave Kirk with Visit Owensboro. Get out, do what you can to help these people, and enjoy a little beer while you do it.